Also last season, we brought you a show entitled I Cheated Death. And on that show, we met these two skydivers, Eric and Troy, who sure could have used one of these little guys, and it looked like their prayers were answered. You see, upon a jump, their parachute got tangled, and they cheated death somehow. Also on that show, we met a guest by the name of Randy, an ex-bomb expert. One day when he was making a routine inspection, a bomb exploded in his face. Watch as these two dramatic stories unfold.
Rolonda, okay, today what we're doing is we'd finished work for the day because we both work at the drop zone. So we went up to goof off for a jump, and you know, we were out filming. I was out filming Troy. Troy's making the skydive, and I'm in free fall next to him. And you know, just a standard skydive. This is what we do. We go out there and jump and have fun. And then what we've got happening here was we opened extremely low, and I've got an emergency backup release on my reserve chute. So when I opened my main parachute, because of the low altitude, the reserve deployed at the same time. And when I attempted to release the main parachute, they entangled.
What does go through your mind at that moment?
I mean, a lot of people say that your life flashes before your eyes. That didn't really happen. I mean, I thought about a lot of things. I thought about my mom. You know, I felt bad that I was about to buy it, you know. My mom,
I'm not going to explain this.
My mom doesn't particularly like me skydiving, but, I mean, basically, you know, what you're thinking of is how can I fix this? Because, you know, I mean, you're not going to sit there and accept the fact that you're about to buy it. So, I mean, I was sitting there just pumping the toggles of the parachute trying to get the malfunction to clear.
Y'all, can you imagine what that camera picked up when he was landing on the ground? I want to know how in the world, with no parachute, he got to safe landing. Let's take a look at what happened when you hit the ground.
There you go.
Good! Yeah!
He's upside down now.
Yeah,
you took that helmet off.
That's me taking the helmet off. I mean, you can imagine, you know, 1 second you're like, I'm gonna die. There's no possible way you can survive this. These things don't happen often in skydiving, but when they do, the outcome's just generally bad. And when I hit the ground, I just couldn't believe it. I'm laying there and I'm like, man, not only am I not dead, I'm not even hurt. So I jumped up and I flipped out.
Before we say goodbye, what do you want to say, Eric and Troy?
At first I was going to ask you if you wanted to make a jump, but I was afraid the answer might be no. So Eric and I have contributed 50% each, and we paid for your next skydive, your first one.
Me?
So you can have that nice little videotape, and, like you had with Robbie riding the wheelie. You'll have a nice little tape of
You know something? Let me think about it. No!
This was a case of the timing was a little bit off. We moved it from the scene. We put it in the transport container. Murphy's Law, something's going to go wrong. It got tangled up in the transport container, and at that point there, we had to go in and take it out. Our idea was not to disarm it, as you've seen on television, by cutting wires and so forth like that. The department has ways of dearming it without putting a bomb tech that close to a device.
Let's take a look at that video again, and this time in slow motion, and get an idea of exactly what you do. All of this, whoa, look at that. Unbelievable. It doesn't look like you were wearing a lot of, cover-up on you there.
When we first arrived on scene, I had the full bomb suit on.
Right.
Please remember, Rolonda, we're going back 9 years, almost 10 years. We weren't as equipped as bomb squads are today. There are no heroes in the bomb squad. There are no heroes and there are no experts. There's always somebody out there that may be a little bit better than you. So the word hero is never used. The word expert is never used. To me, the heroes, and New York City has many of them, are the men and women in public safety today.
That's right.
Both police, fire, and EMS personnel. But I don't consider myself a hero.
Did it change your life?
Not really. I have to tell you, I had a good life before.
You got to continue.
Yeah, I got to continue. I suffered a lot of injuries, but probably the worst injury I suffered was having to retire from the police department. I'm proud to say that my son is now a police officer.
When we come back, a real-life Thelma and Louise.